Good Wednesday morning. It is the 30th of May. One more day, well, 2 more days of May left, and we're into June. And then we're really heading into the summer season. Here's my obligatory coffee sip shot of the day. Probably going to be another one. Tried doing this on my old tablet, but the battery died so fast I just unplugged it, and it already died in 3 minutes. But I digress. My revelation. Sex appeal. I've noticed Sunday night I was just sitting here watching some vlogs and seeing, why they're so popular. A lot of vlogs are basically like mine, about nothing really. But the one thing they have that my vlog does not have is sex appeal. They usually have a scantily clad woman showing a lot of cleavage, or as much boob as possible as YouTube standards allow. And that's what's missing on my vlog. So, you just never know when the Tigg's wife, very sexy woman, is going to walk by in her bra or show some cleavage in my vlog. Just jump up and pop up and see that. So you might want to subscribe just to see my sexy wife's cleavage. Yeah, that... You just never know when it might happen. She's not going to do it today because I'm talking about it today, but maybe something helped to get the viewership up a little bit. The promise or the anticipation of some cleavage, sex appeal, boobage, whatever you want to call it. Side view. I think I saw that on some of the videos. It's whatever. Because I noticed that most of them were not all that interesting. In fact, I never finished watching all of them. A lot of them that I clicked on to watch because they were boring. They talked about anything and everything, and some of it was auto mechanics. There was a guy in England who tells you how to do simple things with your car, your English car, and he has a tool girl. And of course she's scantily clad, usually in a bikini or some skimpy fitting outfit, then that guy had like 200,000 followers, subscribers, whatever you call them on YouTube. And, that's, if that's what you gotta do to get somebody to watch your vlog, then you never know when the Tigg's wife is gonna come up and give you a little peek. So you just might want to subscribe to follow that. She won't do it today, of course, but because I'm talking about it.
Just show them one of those pictures.
She said just show them one of the pictures. I don't have any pictures, honey. Not on me. Not YouTube standard anyway. Oh yeah.
You're sitting on the bed. You can't tell. I don't have
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, honey. Yes, you can. I've got a picture on one of my old phones that's not YouTube standard, trust me. She says show that one, but yeah, you can tell it's not YouTube standard. I'm also going to see about going back through my old ones and changing it to the Tigg's vlog and the title of the vlog itself. I know that in my vlog I call it the Tigg's vlog, but I'm going to change that to that. You start titling them, at least call it the Tigg's vlog and give the date. That way you can tell them apart other than just the date.
On your phone.
You have my phone. She just said show them the one on my phone. She has my phone. She's playing casino on my phone.
Yes, I do.
So there you go. You're not going to see that one. I don't know. Let's see. I can look on this phone real quick. And I don't know if you can see a phone on a... Oh, that one I can't show you. That's for sure. But yeah. Getting back to sim racing. And all that fun stuff. No, I actually don't have a good picture of her on this old phone. Other than the one, and I can't show that one because that'll get me kicked off of YouTube. So there you go.
I just show it.
No, I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube.
It ain't that bad.
No, it's bad enough. It's not standard. You gotta follow standards, honey. You gotta follow the rules. But anyway.
I think
it is sexy. I'm just not going to get kicked off of YouTube for it. Anyway, lots of fun. Anybody else notice that No Grip is down? www.nogrip, I think it's .com. I think that's their URL. Um, yeah, .com. It's a 404. I'm guessing they didn't pay their bills. Um, Shame too. It was a great place to talk about sim racing and get some content or some mods and tracks. It was a great place. Hopefully they figure it out soon and they're back in business, because that would be a shame to lose that one. They've been around for a long time. They were in a big battle with No Grip, or not No Grip. They are No Grip. They were in a big battle with U.S. Pits way back in 2003, 2004, to see who was the most popular of the two. And now, last I knew, the U.S. Pits was still up. They weren't functional. They weren't doing anything, but they were still up. At least No Grip had some activity. They were still putting up content. So that would be a loss to the sim racing world. That No Grip is gone. If you watch this vlog, you know the guys who run that site. Let them know that they are 404. Or 404, whatever you want to call it. Usually, in this country, it's called 404. They changed the zeros to the O's. Even I do it, so there you go. So that's that. The race department's still up. Last I checked last night, or yesterday when I went to work. Who knows what's going on with that, but that would be a big, serious loss to the sim racing world if No Grip is in fact gone. There's a couple, 4 new hot laps at Stenod. I think Highbank is going to go do some more. He asked me to test a track for a buddy of his, Willow Springs out in California, and there were invisible walls. And he said, what's the big deal? I says, well, I was pushing really hard to get a really fast lap, and the car started sliding and lost control. You hit the brakes. Once the car starts sliding, it's hard to slow it down. So, what the thing of it is, with the invisible walls, I had full damage on it. It killed the car. And I'm thinking, well, for realism, and thank you, Assetto Corsa, for this, really, is in reality, if a car slid off the track like that, it would just wind up in a, because I'm guessing the desert, it'd wind up in a big dust ball, off track, sitting in the sand or dirt or whatever, in a big cloud of dust, not wrecked, completely destroyed. Because if you go to Stenod in the R Factor screen thread, I have a picture of that. The wrecked car from hitting invisible walls. So he told me last night that the guy took the walls out. So that should make it interesting. I mean, getting off track's not what you're supposed to do, but if you're pushing hard, pushing really, really hard to get a really good lap, and you slide off the track, if there's no walls there in the real world, there shouldn't be invisible walls in the sim world. You slide off the track, you wind up off track, you're stuck in the sand, stuck in the dirt, or be able to drive out of it, or wind up sitting in a big dust cloud, because that's what happens. Other than that, can't really think of anything else. Just be on the lookout for the gratuitous, cleavage shot. Or a picture might come up if I find someone on the phone or something, hold it up and show it real quick or something. You never know when it's going to happen. It may happen tomorrow, it may not happen until next week, but hey, you never know. Keep watching and you might see something interesting. My wife is sexy, and she's not a young lady. She's 51. She's going to kill me for saying that. But she's a very sexy woman for her age, and a lot of people tell her that. Anyway, go to Stenod. You like hot lapping, do the hot lapping. It's a great way to, especially when it's this hot already in the summer, to stay inside and have something to do inside other than going out in the oppressive heat. It's hot here in Iowa. It was 100 degrees over the weekend. Um, it was 93 yesterday, or getting close to there, and then it rained, and then it cooled it off a little bit. Probably put it in mid 80s, but it's humid already. It's hot. Why go outside when you can be inside sim racing? That's my thought. Yeah, ain't gonna happen because I'm gonna have to go outside and do some yard work here sooner or later because my yard's turning into a jungle. But hey, that's life. Anyway, it's the Tig. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.